A joke is told that once a young boy came to his mother and said, "Mommy, where do human beings come from?" She said, "We're created by God. God himself creates us. We're created in God's image." He said, "But I asked Daddy the same question, and he said that we come from apes. Is that true?" His mother said, "Yes, it's true. Your father's side of the family comes from apes. Our side of the family comes from God." What really is the difference between a human being and an ape? There were even books in psychiatry, psychology that were called, man, the naked ape. A human being is just an ape with a little less hair on it. But apes are basically the same thing as humans. They're creative, they're even happy. In fact, I even read once in a book that if you say that man comes from an ape, then it's not evolution, it's devolution. Why? Because usually those people who say that man came from an ape, those same people will say that the purpose of life is pleasure. This one has pleasure from intellect, this one has pleasure from music, this person has physical pleasures, this one has artistic pleasures, this person has philosophical pleasures, but the main purpose of a person, according to who the person is to have pleasure. If so, he said that he made an investigation, and the animal that has the most pleasure in the world is the ape. Ape has no worries whatsoever. You give him a couple of bananas, you give him a female ape, he's the happiest thing in the world, which is not the case of a human being. A human being is the least happy of all the creations. Give him all the money he wants, give him all the pleasures that he wants, and he still is not going to be happy, he'll still be miserable. If so, the purpose of life is to have pleasure, so it makes more sense to say that apes evolved from humans than humans evolved from apes. But really, what is the difference between a human and an ape? What is really the difference? So essentially, what Judaism teaches is that a human being has the ability to attach himself to values. Human beings have the ability to attach themselves to what we can call the truth. To the degree that a human being that attaches himself to what he feels to be the truth is willing even to go against his own pleasure, against his own standing in society. All these things that Freud and Adler and the greatest psychiatrists said that drives a person is willing, if he attaches himself to values, is willing even to die for his values. This, according to Judaism, is called da'at. Da'at means awareness of something that's higher than yourself. This is possessed by all humanity. All humanity has the ability to attach itself to something that's true. And generally speaking, the scientific world, those that opposed the idea of God creating us, tried to belittle this and to reduce it as much as possible, to the point where love was only a psychological thing. There's no such thing as true love, of recognizing the good in the other person. Self-sacrifice is only a result of your standing in society or your reactions to your parents, etc., to minimize and to reduce the humanness in a human to be as much like the ape as possible. But this, my friends, is not the teachings of Judaism. Judaism comes to teach us, and teach in fact the whole world, that we are not apes, and that every human being, and that he is a human being, has the ability to attach himself to an eternal truth. And what is the ultimate truth? Approximately 300 years ago, a man called the Baal Shem Tov, his name was Yisrael Baal Shem, came with an amazing message to the world, that God is creating everything in the world constantly, including creating time. Every instant brand new. He's creating everything in the world, including and especially every human being. And he's creating them all from love. As we say in our prayers every day, Hazon es olam kulo betuvo, that God provides for the world constantly with his goodness. Every human being is being created from love. And every human being is created with a purpose. And every human being is indispensable. And perhaps most important of all, no one is ever alone. God is always cares and is with us. He's a king, that he's Melech Ozer Umoshia Umogen. That he's a king that protects us, he helps us, and he'll save us if we're in trouble. This is the God of Israel, the creator of the universe, the ultimate value and the ultimate responsibility that we can attach ourselves to. God willing, we'll explain more in the next class.
JewishTV.media